Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and we all know what's been happening in River State. I won't bore you with details, but we have joining us, without wasting time, a human rights lawyer, Festus Ogun is with us, and of course, Festus Ogun was very active in Rita Agumaye Oshe's case. That's the last time I saw him on X before I saw his tweet yesterday about the president. Festus, you had a long rant. It's good to see you. Good morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. We're taking a detour from human rights activities to talk politics. What's your view, Festus Ogun? He's also the lead counsel at FO Legal Chambers. Am I correct?
That's correct.
All right. I had to add that. Great job you've been doing, by the way. What's your take on the legality and constitutionality of the president's declaration of state of emergency in River State yesterday and subsequent appointment of Vice Admiral Ibogete Basritat as sole administrator of the state?
I will start by saying that the declaration of a state of emergency by the president is a bit problematic. And why do I make this very bold and categorical submission? The answer lies in the fact that the situation in River State, in my respectful view, does not justify a declaration of state of emergency. I'm aware that the president relied on the provisions of Section 305, subsection 3C, which provides, I will read, that the president shall have power to issue a proclamation of a state of emergency only when there is actual breakdown of public order and public safety in the federation or any part thereof to such extent as to require extraordinary measure to restore peace and security. Now, the question begging profusely for answer, is that is there an actual breakdown of public order and public safety in River State? I do not believe so. Yes, there are political disagreements, there are political disputes, but as that political dispute led to a total or complete or actual breakdown of public order and public safety, I do not believe so. The president cited the political crisis, or what I call the political conflict or the political dispute that has now been resolved by the Supreme Court. I say again, the dispute between the legislature and the executive is not unprecedented. It happens everywhere, virtually everywhere in the world. If it does happen, should the appropriate step to take be to declare a state of emergency? I respectfully do not believe so. I do not believe that that section of the Constitution justifies, the section of the Constitution vis-a-vis the reality on ground, justify, the declaration of state of emergency. To make the matter worse, the president went ahead to suspend the governor, his deputy, and all members of the House of Assembly. Well, I was wondering why the governor has not suspended all members of the judiciary because there is an actual breakdown of law and order. But, to make the point very clear, the president lacks the power, lacks the authority, has no such right in law or morality to have suspended a governor democratically elected by the people of River State.
All right.
The same way, sir, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was elected by the people of Nigeria was the same way Governor Sim Fubara his deputy and other members of the legislature were elected by the people. So if these people have been elected, the question I've been asking has been that where does the president derive his power to suspend the governor, his deputy, and members of the House of Assembly? What part of the Constitution? I've read the Constitution over and over again, maybe to clear my doubts. But I'm yet to see the provision thereof that says the president, when a state of emergency is declared, has the constitutional power or authority to suspend a governor and or his deputy or House of Assembly member. I believe that was recklessness taken too far. I believe that was executive lawlessness taken too far.
Mm-hmm.
And I respectfully feel that in place of, even if assuming without conceding that there are circumstances that warrant the declaration of state of emergency, the essence of declaring state of emergency is to restore peace.
Okay.
So if the intention of the drafters of the Constitution was to have state of emergency to restore peace, I respectfully feel that the peace can be restored without necessarily suspending those that have been elected by the people. We are definitely making a mockery of our federal system.
Okay, but is this the first time we're seeing a governor being suspended? I remember when Obasanjo was president, there was a state of emergency declared in Plateau State. I'm sure you remember that. And the governor then, I'm trying to remember his name. Was it Joshua Dare or some other guy?
Joshua Dare.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
Yes.
That gentleman was suspended, and an active soldier was placed in charge of Plateau State. So there's precedence here.
It was a perilous precedent. It was a dangerous precedent. The mere fact that President Olusegun Obasanjo did it doesn't make it right, doesn't make it justifiable. We have made it clear, even as at that time, I'm aware that the likes of Chief Femi Falana, who was not yet a senior advocate at the material time, condemned the suspension of the governor at that material time, because even at that time, by dint of the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, which was operative at the time, the same provision of Section 305 of the Constitution did not empower the president to suspend a sitting governor. So I say that the mere fact that President Obasanjo did it does not necessarily justify that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has to do it. It doesn't equally make it right, because two wrongs will not equally even make it right. We say it every time that, look, governors cannot, even recently the Supreme Court still upheld it, that governors do not have the right to dissolve or suspend democratically elected local government chairmen. If the state governor cannot suspend the state governor, cannot suspend the local government chairman, why should the president suspend a sitting governor? It is unconstitutional. It is illegal. It is arbitrary. So, again, what was the metrics with which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed a former military personnel or a retired military personnel to head or to be the administrator of Rivers State? What was the metric? What parameter was used? Who chose him?
All right, Festus, hold on.
The president to appoint an administrator.
Yes, there's some sort of a noise. I don't know if there's something connected to your phone, a wire. Yeah. Hold on, Festus.
I believe
Yeah.
the president is.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a wire or something connected to your device or mic or something, because there's some noise coming from your end. But I'll come back to you in a jiffy. You've heard him. The lawyer says there's no law that empowers the president to suspend the democratically elected institutions of River State, being the governor and his deputy, and then the River State House of Assembly. That's number two. Number one, Festus Ogun here has said that the Constitution does not empower the president to suspend to declare a state of emergency in this kind of circumstances. He believes this is not what the Constitution was talking about. So those are the 2 points. And you're talking about democracy as well. We'll come back to you, Festus. We have a caller on the line. 99.3. Good morning. Welcome. It's the Morning Crossfire. What's your name?
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Yes, Simon on the line. Yeah, from Bega.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, I think your guest has absolutely spoken it all. You understand? I mean, the Rivers case shenanigans they are displaying over there. It is just a script. You understand? It's a script. This, what we saw yesterday, what we heard yesterday happening, it has been, orchestrated before. It has been scripted out before. They are just only playing it. Do you get? And, looking at the analysis of your guests there, you see that they only working. It's like when you play a song and all that, even before the end of it, if you have already read it, listen to it over and over, you know what next to do. You can see that, it was too, momentous. It was too, how do I call it now? It was too in a rush. What happened? Fine, there have been explosions, okay, right? But was it actually traceable to what is happening? And right. You, in the flavor systems, what you know that eventually, with all these things and what Mr. President has been doing with this guy, that's Mr. Wiki, right. You know the resultant effect of it. Right. And if you know River State was that, important, to the economy of this nation, you have not done the needful things. Right. So it's a script. It's a script. And let's say we can say that.
Thank you. Your time is up. Let's pick another call. If I go back to my guest, 99.3. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome.
This market woman.
All right, please go on.
You see what is going on in River State? I don't know what to say, Kofi. It's just like I should be weeping. It's not good. See, what I don't like in my country is that when somebody do wickedness, we will not go and bring somebody else that have done it before. If a passenger have done it before and it's wrong, this one will continue the way we support wickedness in this country is not good, Kofi. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Pick one more call before I go back to our guest. 99.3. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome. Name, location, and contribution, please.
This is Pastor Ladipo calling from Orile in Asari-Toru.
Welcome.
Kofi, I have said it before. There is a lot of bad precedents that is going on in this country. And it looks as if we operate the law the way it pleases us as long as we are in charge. So anybody that is in charge can twist the law to suit him. Now, nobody is even looking at the Constitution that what the president has done is wrong. What we are now saying is that he has to do it because there is a bombing, there is this that went up, there is this that went up. Gradually, Nigeria has become like a banana republic where everybody does things according to the law that suits them so long they remain in authority. If they are not the one there, they can still call the Turanshi. But if they are the one there, they will make sure the law. You see, this problem is even started from the Supreme Court.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in. All right, Festus, I'll come back to you. Because you've said the president, these are not the circumstances to declare a state of emergency. You've analyzed Section 305 as a lawyer. You know about this very well. But the president has sweeping. You're aware, Festus, that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, gives sweeping powers to the president. This is a constitution that gives Nigerians something with the left hand and takes it away with the right hand. So are we sure that if you don't look at another part of the constitution, it will say the president has the power to make any move, take any action for the benefit of the people, and he may be relying on that?
No. The action of the president or any other executive member or authority and person must be in line with the provision of the Constitution. Under Section 188 of the Constitution, there are modes with which a governor can be relieved of his office. One, either tenure expiration, either in case of death, or either resignation, or sometime on the basis of ill health. These are the bases with which a governor can be relieved, whether temporary or permanently, of his, role. The Constitution provides for it. And there is a rule of interpretation that the express mention of a thing is to the exclusion of all others. So if the Constitution has mentioned ways with which, under Section 188, a governor can be relieved of his duty, whether temporary or permanently, then it excludes all other modes. See, if a person has been democratically elected as a governor by the people, when you now remove them without any legal protection, you are removing them without relying on the section of the Constitution. Because I have confronted those that are loyal to the president to say that what particular provision of the Constitution? You can't just say national interest. It is vague.
But Festus,
it is vague to say national interest.
It could be argued. It could be argued that the mere idea of a state of emergency or declaration means suspending, rights, freedom, even some rights that are guaranteed under the Constitution.
You are not getting it. We are saying that the essence of state of emergency is to restore peace. In restoring peace, the Constitution did not provide that the president should suspend or temporarily remove. Because if you are saying an administrator to be in charge, definitely the person who was democratically elected by the people is no longer in charge. That is what it means. If you are suspending me and you are replacing me with another person to be the administrator, you are practically removing the person. But that is not the intention of the Constitution. This person, look, let me give you the basis. I'm sorry. Let me give you the basis of
the idea of a state of emergency, Festus, does it not give special sweeping powers, even suspending constitutional rights? For instance, in a state of emergency, you have a right without a state of emergency. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Festus. Without a state of emergency, you can go anywhere you want to go to. But when you have a state of emergency, your rights are curtailed. You cannot move if they say don't go here. It's like martial law.
Those are fundamental rights, which are not absolute. No right is in fact, the right to life is not absolute. But we are talking about political and constitutional legitimacy that have been placed on these elected officials by the people. It was the people that elected Governor Fubara, that elected his deputy and elected the other members of the House of Assembly. Now, having elected them, the Constitution did not envisage, did not provide that they can be removed in any other manner that the Constitution did not provide for. If a governor is to be removed, they've started a process of impeachment. A governor can resign, whether it can be removed based on ill health, based on gross misconduct. But the Constitution did not say that when the state of emergency is declared, the governor has to be removed. In 2013, former President Goodluck Jonathan declared state of emergency. In fact, at that material time, the current vice president of this country was the governor of Yobe State, was the governor of Borno State. The governors were not suspended. And that doesn't stop the effect, the purport of the state of emergency. Well, it was not in any way affected.
It could be argued, that the governors then were not part of the problem. It could be argued that the governors then were not part of the parties in the problem.
Look. Political disputes, constitutional disputes between or among members of the legislature and the executive, they are prone to happen.
Okay, Festus, hold a thought. We want to go on a commercial break. I'll come back to you just before you head into the courthouse. so we can take your final thoughts. So please tell
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Mr. As my guy don't win. He said don't danger. No dollar. With the jolly just come welcome offer. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FreeBets to enjoy your 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
When it comes to your business goals, you need an ally.
We have changed our name from Personal Trust to First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, but our commitment to you and your aspirations hasn't changed. For more details, visit first-allimfb.com or any of our key branches at Jibo, Surulere, Bariga, and Sandgrass. First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, always on your side.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Let's go. Golden penny pasta. More reasons to love. Golden penny pasta. What's your reason? Oh. Tell me what's your reason? My sweet spaghetti is rich in protein. Tell me what's your reason? It tastes great, it's full of good nutrition. Tell me what's your reason? Sloppy goodness, twisting steady. Tell me what's your reason? Contains fiber, tasty macaroni.
There are more reasons to love every plate of Golden Penny pasta. The delicious and nutritious choice, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. So, what's your reason? Golden Penny pasta. Great taste, good nutrition.
More reasons to love.
Did you hear about Shadi?
What happened?
She bashed someone's car and her basic insurance was only able to cover the other person's damage. She had to repair her car with her own money.
Sometimes, third-party insurance is not enough for your car. Introducing Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance by Hares General Insurance, the affordable choice for smart car owners. The Hares Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan costs as low as 25,000 Naira for a whole year and provides coverage for you and the other person up to a limit. In the event of a motor accident, Hares General Insurance will pay to fix your car and the other person's car too. So, upgrade to Flexi Motor Insurance Plan from Hares General Insurance. Visit www.hairsinsurancegroup.com, that is HEIRS, or call 0700 434 7746 to get started.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Are you a secondary school graduate seeking to build your future, or a professional looking to advance your career? Now University of Nigeria, Abuja bridges the gap. With over 90 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, we prepare you for real-world success. Be it landing the job of your dream or the promotion you desire. Achieve your career goals with Now University of Nigeria. Apply now at www.nowuniversity.edu.ng. For inquiries, contact 0806 602 7981.
The holy month of Ramadan is upon us. As we embark on this journey, let's not forget to show love through sharing. This Ramadan, stay ahead with dairy power from suhoor to iftar. Join us every Monday to Friday as we explore the spiritual and physical benefits of the month, plus exciting recipes. Catch us on our YouTube page, Kolandia Dairy Nigeria, and on Dadin Kowa, Farenwata, Sunna TV, Arewa TV, and African Magic Hausa TV stations. Ramadan Mubarak from Hollandia.
When it comes to your business goals, you need an ally.
We have changed our name from Personal Trust to First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, but our commitment to you and your aspirations hasn't changed. For more details, visit first-allimfb.com or any of our key branches at Jibo, Surulere, Bariga, and Sandgrass. First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, always on your side.
Ramadan, a season to feed the soul and mind. It is the season to share a helping hand in prayer and deeds. A season to share happiness, to put a smile on someone's face, and food another stable. It's the time to share happiness with Golden Penny. Share happiness and nourish families with a range of Golden Penny food products. Ramadan Mubarak from Golden Penny. Golden Penny, home of good foods. Serving happiness, nourishing families.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
We see you, Mr. As my guy don't win. We said don't ginger. No dollar. We did jolly just come welcome offer. Bet King is giving you 100 naira instant sign-up bonus. That's not all. Within 14 days on the app, you stand a chance to get up to 1 million naira in rewards and enjoy 50 free casino bets on Aviator. Download Bet King app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. Still the Morning Crossfire. We have with us a legal practitioner, human rights lawyer, and a lead counsel at FO Legal, Festus Ogun, who has graciously given us some minutes of his time today before he heads into court. We're also joined by Honorable Samuel Wanosike, who is the chairman, or was the chairman, I don't know which one we'll say, of Victoria Local Government Area in River State. Samuel, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, fantastic. We need to lift your phone up a bit so we can see your face well. But what's your reaction? Yeah, that's okay. To the declaration of state of emergency in River State by Mr. President yesterday. Samuel?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's unfortunate. It's not what any Rivers man will be proud or happy of. But in governance, there are instruments of government that is set out to bring normalcy and correct the situation. It's not like an automobile that has gadgets and features that will regulate the movement of the car at a particular instance. When the car is going out of speed control, you initiate facilities to bring it into control. The drafters of our constitution inserted all these items because they believe that maybe we'll find ourselves here because we're dealing with human nature. You must be careful because human beings are political animals that sometimes will take different shapes and shapes. So when we found ourselves in a situation where somebody was given the reins of government and they didn't bother to study the rules and the principles of governance, And he believed that the government was only to commission projects and take ill advices from people and try to run a democratic government without the rule of law, without obedience to court orders, and not showing respect for the tenets of other arms of government. So you have had the opportunity of going through the satisfactory copy of the Supreme Court ruling. You hear them say clearly that there have been no governance in Rivers State since the 30th of October 2023, when the Rivers State House of Assembly was burnt and pulled down by His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State. It's like twisting a particular arm of government so that you can have a free day and have your things in government done the way you wish to. So Supreme Court was very clear about it.
I'll come back to
and so what the president, hold on, let me finish my thoughts, please.
In a sentence.
What Mr. President just did was just to initiate that feature to be able to bring sanity in the system so that government can find an opportunity to reset itself.
Okay,
and move forward.
I'll come back to you. Before you go, Festus, you talked about the fact that the conditions for declaring a state of emergency as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, do not warrant this current situation in Rivers State. Barrister. Yes, and you also said that the president does not have the power to suspend the governor or who was elected democratically, or the House of Assembly who were elected democratically. But Festus, I want you to tell me, is there anywhere in the Constitution that prevents the president from taking such an action as suspending the governor or the State House of Assembly?
A person that has been elected by the people through a legal and constitutional means can only be removed through a legal and constitutional means, can only be suspended through a legal and constitutional means. So, since there are mode of removing a governor or suspending a governor, if at all suspension is even contemplated by the Constitution, the president haven't acted outside the provisions of the Constitution, has flouted the Constitution. So what we are saying is that the action of the president has no basis in law, is not rooted in law. There is no provision of the Constitution. You know, when
is there any part of the Constitution that says when you declare a state of emergency, you cannot suspend the governor or the deputy or the House of Assembly?
No, it's not that way. It's the other way. When you declare a state of emergency, there is no provision that says you should remove a governor, because a governor was elected through a procedure.
Yeah, but is there a provision that says you cannot suspend the governor?
To know how delicate removing an elected official is, for you to remove a governor, it warrants the concurrence of the legislature and the judiciary. It is that tough. So because it is not the intention of the Constitution that a governor's, their deputy House of Assembly member will be removed arbitrarily.
Festus, I want you to respond to my question. Yes. I want to tell, is there any part of the Constitution that explicitly says that when a state of emergency is declared and rights of Nigerians are suspended, that the federal government cannot take over the executive and legislative functions of a state?
We are saying the point we are making,
because I'm sure you're aware, Festus, that
the president.
Sorry, sir.
The president, I'm sure under the provision of Section 1, subsection 1 of the Constitution, it is the Constitution that is supreme, and its provisions shall have the binding force on all authorities and persons in Nigeria. So I've told you that the mode of suspending a governor or removing a governor and the mode of removing an House of Assembly member has been explicitly provided by the Constitution. And as a cardinal principle of law, when there is an express mention of a thing in the Constitution or any other enactment, it is to the exclusion of all others. So if the Constitution says, oh, you can only remove a person through A, B, or C, it means that every other provision or every other mode is not permissible. So there is this, we can't even dance around this. It is clear that the president lacks the power, lacks the authority to remove arbitrarily a governor.
Okay.
If there is a state of emergency, I've mentioned it earlier, the essence of state of emergency, the jurisprudence behind state of emergency is to restore peace and order. So are we saying that if there is a state of emergency in the state, are we saying that peace and order cannot be restored until you remove the governor?
Okay.
Because in my view, there was no suspension. So, I mean, I will step aside from it.
Yeah. Just a second. I think the Honorable wants to say something to you. Honorable, are you there?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. You were trying to say something.
Okay, fine. I want to thank Nigerians and including my brother, the lawyer who is speaking from the other side of the divide. But I just want to call his attention to a particular issue. When Supreme Court, who is the final arbiter of the same law he's talking about, have expressly declared in their judgment of 28th of February 2025 that due to the actions of Mr. Governor, there have been no government ab initio, because you cannot say that there is a government when one arm of the government is not functioning and the laws of courts are not obeyed, meaning that government is not just made up of the executive. Truth be told, the governor and legislators are elected by the people. But the constitution that the president put it was explicit. And Mr. President took his time to read out the decisions of Supreme Court, which is not the laws of our land, if my brother, Mr. Lawyer, would agree with me. And based on those decisions, Mr. President has directed and advised Mr. Governor and the legislators to find a meeting point, and so that the Supreme Court orders will be obeyed. And it is obvious that due to the state we are found ourselves by the actions of Mr. Governor, that this center cannot hold. It's my brother saying that Mr. President should keep quiet until the crisis goes out of proportion.
Okay. Festus, you want to quickly answer that before you go on? You go off?
I'm happy to do that. You see, look, I'm not a politician. I'm not taking side with anybody. But the truth of the matter is that when there is a judgment of the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has said, look, the president, the governor has erred, this and that. Yes, there is a judgment. I read in the news that the governor has expressed desire, expressed readiness to obey the judgment. I'm also aware that, you see, even if a governor has refused to obey the judgment of a court or has not complied by the provision of the Constitution, there is a procedure for impeaching a governor for gross misconduct. And I am aware that the House of Assembly in Rivers State has commenced an impeachment proceeding. All of these situations have been taken care of by the Constitution. So the issue of doctrine of necessity they will not come into place. If a governor has, committed a gross misconduct, the Constitution has provided that the House of Assembly has a constitutional authority, has a constitutional power to remove such a governor through the impeachment procedure. The impeachment procedure has been commenced. So what happens? Should that necessarily invite the president? Should that necessarily invite the president to arbitrarily, unilaterally, unconstitutionally remove a governor democratically elected by the people? I do not believe so. Okay.
I heard you loud and clear. My brother, I just want to plead with you to ask you this question. Now you have agreed that the House of Assembly has initiated impeachment proceedings. And due to the fact that these impeachment proceedings have been initiated, threats of violence have emerged from the communities. And national assets has been bragged by the governor has started going up in flames. The same assets that runs the economy that me and you exist, that we are struggling to hold on to. As we speak, Mr. President will sit back and allow the country go into hardship because of an inaction of a man who had the opportunity of managing democratic tendencies in his state and decided to do otherwise. As a lawyer, the law is meant to put the society in place. And like you agreed, that Supreme Court has said clearly that there have been no government in Rivers State since 30th of October 2020. The question we are saying, now that the governor cannot function, the House of Assembly cannot function, they are quagmire. It has resulted into crisis. Ethnic groups are shutting down east-west roads. Pipelines are going off. Crises are occurring everywhere in the states. And Mr. President should keep quiet after receiving various security reports on the state of the activities going on in River State, influenced by the actions of the governor of River State and those following him who have openly threatened the nation. Are you saying that the president who swore an oath to uphold the rule of law to sit back and allow this destruction happen?
Okay, let's allow Festus. Festus, please go on and respond.
Yes. Let me just give my parting shot. In reaction to the position of
please lift your phone a little bit up if you are able to. If not, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, in sharp reaction to the kind position of the distinguished honorable, I would say that because I think I've trashed the issue that relates to the Supreme Court judgment, I've said, look, that doesn't again justify the president to make the arbitrary intervention. But on the issue of threats and some people breaking pipelines and all of that, I would say that one, the president is the commander-in-chief of armed forces in Nigeria. The security architecture of this country and any parts thereof resides with the president of this country. I am telling you that in my village, if there is a crisis in my village, the governor, the police officers in my village would not act contrary to any order that is given by the IGP who acts on behalf of the president. So we need to understand that the security architecture of any state still resides with the federal government. So if some people are breaking pipelines and all of that, the duty still resides with the security architecture of the country to ensure that that does not happen. And if it does happen, then they should nip the crisis in the bud.
All right.
So, has the president done that? I feel it is a failure of our security agencies. And I believe that in place of removing the governor, what should be done is to curtail those things. Because let me just say this on a final note before I step aside. That in Nigeria, we call the governors the chief security officers of the state. But that is a lie. That is a lie. That is a constitutional. That is a political lie. That doesn't align with the provisions of the Constitution.
Okay.
We only call them chief security officers, maybe to make them feel good. The security architecture of this country belongs to the federal government.
All right, Festus.
I want to just say this one word before the lawyer will leave.
Yeah.
I want to say this before the lawyer will leave. Let's set the narrative right. The governor of River State, Lala Ifubara, has not been removed as governor of River State. The Supreme Court has said there have been no government in River State. It is the duty of Mr. President to take steps to make sure law and order and governance is returned to River State. And the actions of Mr. President, which is not favorable to any side as we speak, Because whether you like it or not, impeachment process has commenced against the governor and the time has been counting. So to make sure they will find time to call themselves to order, understand and bring down the tempo of crisis, I think the suspension of the president is the available remedy.
All right, Samuel.
So it is not a removal.
Stay with me.
It's
Samuel.
just a suspension.
Festus, before you go, please, what remedies are available to the president? Is he with us? Okay, he's left. We'll take some calls. We have Honorable Samuel Wanasike, chairman of Ikwerre Local Government Area in River State, still with us. We're hoping to have the Commissioner for Information in River State, but he's not been able to join. And, of course, a member of the State House of Assembly, Enemi, Alabo George, who is not been able to join too. But we'll take your thoughts. Please call right now, 020-1277-0993. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How is your day?
Very well. Just go straight on, please. Your name, location, and country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. If you are bringing people that will answer questions, not people loyal to Wiki, that guy there is loyal to Wiki.
All right. Is this right, to belong to the political party he wants to belong to? But, I mean, we invited a House of Assembly member, we invited the commissioner, and both of them have not been able to join. So we'll do with what we have. Samuel, please stay with me. Your phone is shaking, so please stay with me. I'm coming back to you shortly. 99.3, good morning. You have to lift it up a bit, please. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Gabriel. I'm speaking from Mowe, Ogun State. I want to make a little contribution to this.
Go straight on, Gabriel, please. Go straight on.
Okay. I have realized in this country that no matter what you do for your enemy, you will still find fault. If it is good, you will still find fault with it. You see now, if where you are not accepted, either you are not, and you try to do anything there, it will amount to bad thing. That's the way they will see it. Now, the action of the president, I don't see anything wrong in it. If there is impasse somewhere, disagreement somewhere, and there's somebody to step in, and he is the rightful one, he is the rightful person, that he should step in this situation. The parties, the governor, and whatever, they are involved in it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll pick some more calls here. 99.3, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kofi.
Quickly, please. Hello, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, quickly. Please go on.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm hearing another.
99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, quickly, please.
Yeah, this is for Fadaka, calling from Skinnery.
Yeah.
Excuse me, yeah. I believe for the emergency to be declared, there must be a chaos in the state. A crisis that's beyond the control of the governor. But as it is now, there was no chaos, there was no wanton destruction of properties, there was no fight, and yet the president went ahead and declared the emergency for a political issue that could be resolved politically, even by the president himself calling the governor or the state house members to order. I believe that should have resolved this instead of this state of emergency.
Thank you very much. Final question to you, Samuel, one second before you go. And we've had threats of, blowing up of pipelines and all that by the Ijaw Youth Congress and the Ijaw National Congress. We saw 3 pipelines, or 2 or 3, go up in flames yesterday. Some are afraid that this current declaration of the state of emergency by the president will further worsen the situation. It will further worsen the situation, and he should have just left it like that. What do you think? Are you concerned that things might get worse because of frayed nerves? Maybe the president needs to rescind his decision.
I would not blame those who call into your program from various parts of this country.
No, let's leave them. Let's leave them.
I know. Hold on.
We have just 1 minute.
I know. I'm trying to answer your question. Because I'm saying this because he who wears his shoes knows where he pitches it most. Mr. President sees the security report on a daily basis of every part of this nation. For instance, I speaking to you, I'm a resident of River State. I understand the crisis that we were heading to. For instance, if not for the intervention of the Nigerian police, on Saturday there would have been a bloodbath in Abalama. Why? Because the minister had a function, was invited to a function in Asari-Toru local government, Abalama to be precise.
All right.
And a particular group of people
Okay.
insisted that he should not come.
We have to go.
That is a minister. Hold on.
We were out
That is
of,
the minister.
we're out of time.
So as far as I'm concerned,
thank you very much.
This is the option left for Mr. President.
All right. Samuel 1K, thank you very much for your time. We'll keep our eyes on the story, and we appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.